let's imagine living in a place where clean water and a proper sanitation are scarce. Let's picture overcrowded a place where the homes are made of makeshift material with a limited infrastructure. And also, where in a daily basis, they have a challenge of managing wastewater safely. While we are imagining that, you got to ask yourself a question in terms of how will this affect your health, affect your dignity, and also affect your future. In your case, you are imagining it. But in most of South African people who are living in an informal settlement, that is their daily reality. There's data indicate that in South Africa, 14.5% of people who are living in informal settlement and also living in a rural area, they only have access to a ventilated pit latrine toilet. The daily struggle with wastewater is directly linked to SDG 6, which is talk about ensuring clean water and also sanitation to all. And also, this is linked to the Constitution of South Africa, where the Constitution emphasizes access to clean water and sanitation, where clean sanitation that is essential for health, dignity, and environmental protection. Okay, and managing wastewater is a daily struggle of people of informal settlement. Where do we find that informal settlement? Informal settlement is found in the northwest of the city of Johannesburg along Malibongwe Drive. Most residents, they are still residing in shacks with subpar amenity and hazardous condition. Municipality provide the required water tank through JoJo tanks, but only few public pipe water for the community to share. And in each yard, there is a ventilated pit latrine, according to the Free Basic Service legislation. The area is highly populated and it has a high unemployment. It's an area with a mixed ethnicity. There is Zulu, Xhosa, so on and on. And also it has a lot of immigrants. They have a low education and also a low income. We try to gather the data from the state South Africa. There's no records. So the team, we have interviewed experts in the field of water and sanitation, and also we have conducted the survey where we went house to house speaking to the household. We also tried to, through the community group WhatsApp, to gather information. However, that it was not successful. Mainly because the network connectivity in the area is not good. And also, it could be because of the low-level education and also high unemployment. Maybe they didn't have the data, or also to ability to interpret the survey question. And also the other problem that we experience is the poor understanding of English. We had to explain, translate English into those various languages depending on whoever that we encounter. But what we have appreciated by going and speaking to the people is that we had a deeper understanding of their challenges and then the current practice of their disposal. Majority, they dispose their grey water, which is the wastewater gathered through the house chore, and okay, and the grey water, including the clean water from JoJo tanks and pipe water, the leaks from those combined with the grey water, it created the streams of water that at the bottom, they settled down. What we have collected is that they had the challenge of bad odor, mainly on the day where the truck come to do the draining of the toilet. And also the health concerns noted because of the water that is lying around. And mostly during the rainy time, they had the issue of flooded. But majority of the people, they have indicated the health risk, the soil degradation, and water pollution. Just to jump to the proposed solution, because of the issue with the odor, which is the major problem, we have looked at solving the problem with sanitation, where we look at the dry sanitation. We looked at the various technologies that are available through South African Sanitation Technology Enterprise Program that they have been piloted and then shown that they are working. So we identify one of the technologies because it doesn't require water. This is a solution that we have looked at it. It's a manual operation, natural composition. It separates solid from urine, and you can recycle the solid waste through the composition system. You sell it as a fertilizer to the agriculture sector. It's also low cost and easily adaptable to the conditions of South Africa, and it has a low management and clean line. Maturity is being done, it piloted, it's shown that it's working. In terms of why we decided to go with this is that it's not available in, the manufacturing is not available in South Africa. So there is opportunity for it to be localized where we can produce some of the component in South Africa in order to create jobs and industrialize the component. In conclusion, what are we going to do once we have lived at this area, or once we have absorbed the discussion? In terms of the low-hanging fruit, we realize that what is needed firstly and foremost is the education and awareness. How they have to protect their own property, especially the JoJo tanks, because mostly the thing that they are leaking is the taps. They have changed it from the metal taps to the plastic, but the problem is still prevail. The people that are just stealing the taps. They have made a plan, now they are using a wood instead of those two kind of material. So what we need is to educate them, to ensure them or to make sure that they take care of their property, and also form maybe the policing forum to take care of their own property. The second one is the awareness in terms of how does not taking care of waste or disposing waste properly is impacting their life. In terms of the technology, is improving sanitation practices by adopting some of the dry sanitation technology, which it will minimize the issues of sanitation and ensure that they have a proper sanitation, while in the other hands, they can recycle the waste from the composition, sell it to the agriculture sector to make money, and also to industrialize some of the components, because the manufacturing of dry component or dry sanitation component is not yet populated in South Africa.